Hi friends. Today I want to talk briefly about your pranayama or your breath. And not only your breath, but just the different areas in which you breathe into, or maybe you don't fully utilize yet. So we're going to do a couple practices just to feel those areas. They're going to be quick, but take your time and pause if you need to, and do as much as you need. And more importantly, maybe start to layer this into a daily practice. So let's begin. First, find a nice, tall, comfortable seat. When looking for a comfortable seat position, you're looking for a couple things. One is that you can sit nice and tall with your sits bones, the base of your pelvis rooted down, and that your pelvis is just in a good position overall. So a couple tools you can use. You can use things like bolsters or yoga blocks, or anything really that you can prop your hips on to give your hips a little more height. One way that you know if you need more height for your hips is check out your knees. Notice where your knees are in relation to your hips. Usually if your knees are really high like this, it means that you're gonna need a little bit more lift underneath your hips to give yourself more space. Oftentimes, I find myself sitting on a bolster or a block just to have that extra capacity so my hip flexors have more room and my pelvis can be in a good position. Next thing to consider or to notice what's happening in your pelvis. If you feel like your tailbone is tucked under and you're sitting back in space, this most likely means that you're gonna need a bolster so that you can get a great angle for your pelvis as you sit. So if you feel yourself tucked back or your tailbone rounded under, first find a bolster or something to sit on, place it underneath your sits bones, then from there rock your sits bones, those two bony points underneath your hips. Rock those back in space or stick your butt out behind you, and then look for the lift of your chest, the lift of your heart. Once you find your nice, comfortable seated position, ground your sits bones, base of your pelvis down, and place your palms on your belly. Now you can do this stacking your palms. You can bring your palms right next to each other if you want to, or one palm on top of the other. So whatever variation feels good for you. As you're here, soften your gaze or close your eyes, and just start to tap into your breath, the rhythm of your breath. And as you notice the rhythm of your breath, focus on where you feel your breath moving your body, if your body's moving at all. So maybe you feel your chest rise and fall. Maybe you feel your belly move or your ribs start to move. But where do you feel yourself breathing? And then let's tap into space number 1 of breath, focused on a belly breath. Now let me give you a small tip. One way that you can feel this a little bit easier and a little bit more relaxed is laying on your back. So if it feels more comfortable, go ahead and lay down on your back, plant your feet on your mat. You can take your feet wide, follow your knees together so you're in constructive rest position for your lower body. Place your palms on your belly, and you can do all 3 of the next breathing focuses from that laying position. When you lay down, it takes out the element of gravity, so you have a little bit more ease from which to breathe. Once you're ready, find your position, soften your gaze, focus on your belly breath. So as you inhale, breathe into your belly. See if you can expand your belly wide, forward and round. And as you exhale, hug your belly in. Again, big breath into your belly. Feel your belly expand. And as you exhale, hug your belly in. Keep breathing just like that with a focus on belly expansion. Now notice if as you breathe, your chest starts to expand first, or if you feel other parts of your body moving instead, see if you can isolate just your belly moving forward and back. Or maybe if you're laying, it would be up and down. Let's do 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Great. How'd that feel? A little bit weird? Weird is completely common, so know that if that's how you feel, that's more than okay. To get that breath, your belly breath, it takes a little bit of focus and it might take a little bit of practice. So again, know that you can always switch your body position to laying to take out gravity as we continue moving forward, or as you start to layer this into a practice. Next, take your index and thumb and hook them around your ribs. I'm looking for your thumb to be hooked more around the back of your ribs and your index finger around the side of your ribs. Once you get a nice big grip here, soften your gaze, close your eyes, just to take out visual sensory perception so you can narrow in more on what you feel. And as you inhale, breathe into your belly first, feel it expand, and then feel your rib expansion go wide. As you exhale, follow your ribs in towards the center of your body first, and then draw your belly in and up. Let's do that again. Big belly breath in. Expand your ribs wide. And then as you exhale, ribs come in and belly comes in and up. Keep going just like that. Now this movement is usually the hardest movement for most students and most people to feel. So know that if you're still feeling just your chest move, the goal is that you're starting to notice these other areas of your body that might be able to move. Let's take 2 more breaths. Big breath into your belly, breath into your ribs, follow your ribs in, draw your belly in and up. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Awesome. How did that go? I know for me, that one is always a challenge depending on how tight I feel or depending on what's happening that day or how much I've been practicing pranayama or breath work. So let's move on to the last part of the body that I really wanted to dive into for this purpose. So focus is on lung capacity. And even more so than focusing on breathing into your chest, let's focus on breathing into the upper back. Now your upper back is where your lung capacity is largest. So there's a lot of space and opportunity to breathe and expand, to absorb oxygen from that space. Now what we're looking for is just like building blocks, adding this layer on top. So as you inhale, you'll breathe into your belly, ribs expand wide, and then focus on breathing into your upper back and maintain the lift of your chest. As you exhale, let the air come out of your lungs, let your ribs fall back into center, and then let your belly draw in and up. And if you're still working on block 1 and or block 1 and 2, that's fine. Let's just play to feel it in your body. So when you're ready, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Take a big breath in, breathe into your belly, feel it expand. Expand your ribs nice and wide out to the side. And then fill all the way into your upper back area. Keep your chest lifted toward the sky, shoulders nice and soft. As you exhale, try to draw the air out of your upper back. Try to follow your ribs in towards center, and then draw your belly up and in. Let's do that 3 more times. Big breath into your belly, into your ribs wide, into your chest upper back, out of your chest upper back, out of your ribs, and then belly draws in and up. 2 more, inhale. Last one, breathe in. Thank you so much for playing today. Hopefully you felt something new, something different in your body, or maybe just started a little inkling of thought about how you breathe from moment to moment, from day to day, and definitely how that evolves your connection to your body, as well as energetically, but also physically. Thank you so much for tapping in today, and I can't wait till next time.